Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Alright, we're back at the arena, and I think it's far too long since I've played a priest. And wow, Defender of Argus is very good. I think the Akanai Soul Priest is like a powerhouse in the arena. It's pretty strong normally. Yeah, I won't have all the combos, but that ability to do damage is really strong. And it's still like a good sized minion for the price. Flying Machine, not very tempting. Annoytron is very good, or the Frost Elemental is hard. I guess I'll take the Annoytron. So I can maybe concentrate more on fat things after I get through this row. Bluegills are pretty good, but not a great row. Let's go Temple Enforcer. Temple. I've got to take the Shadow Word Death. The Worgen's pretty good, but deathing things is pretty good. I'm glad I took it, because I'm not 100% pressured to take another one this row, although it's still pretty friggin' good. Northstar Cleric and the Power Word Shield, it's almost like hard to choose, because this is so much easier, it's just like totally free, whereas the Northstar Cleric you have to work for it, and you can end up putting yourself in not as good a place, but you can also draw multiple cards. I guess I have to take the Cleric. Dark Cultist is amazing, super efficient. I don't know if I can get the Divine Spirit combos. I mean, I've got an Enforcer, so I can definitely buff things. Dark Cultist. Yeah, I've got a lot of, like, buffing stuff already. Shrinkmeister is actually very good. Piloted Shredder is very efficient. He doesn't work as well with the Priestess, but it's still very strong. I'm going to take him. I don't really like going for the Divine Spirit combo. Particularly in the arena when I can't engineer what cards I've got. Although I guess there's less chance they could do anything about it. Shadow Word Pain is really good, but I want the Spider Tank. Those efficient, high defense minions for high defense, but also good attack minions for smashing. Do I want to mess with the Death Lord? Most people are not going to have, like, super amount of fast stuff, but they still could. There's still, like, a really reasonable chance of just getting screwed on that. I think I'm going to take the Kodo, even though I don't like it that much. I really like the 2/8 guy in a constructed deck, but I don't feel like I have enough control over the situation here. Ghoul's okay, but I'm going to take the Shadow Word Death. I want to be able to blow up those big minions. I want to be able to blow up those small minions, and more reliably than the stupid actual explosive guy. Wow, you are not very good. You're not good when I don't have weapons, so Tide Hunter it is. The Loot Hoarder is really good, like the card, but I think I'm going to take the Shrinkmeister. Like, if you can get that off, it's great. If you can just debuff something, then kill it without the pain. Whereas this is a bad row. We'll trade one of these guys for most of the cards that have gone by in practice. I'd be tempted by the Silence in this row. It's free, but no, I guess we're going to take the Archmage because tough. I don't know. Gorehound, not good. Acolyte of Pain, very tempting. I've got these. I really need the Velen's Chosen would make this deck a lot better. A couple of those would kick ass. I don't know if I'm going to get them, or the Holy Novas, or the other good cleric things that I need, but the War Golem would help me to smash things down. It would be very helpful, even though he's like not a good 7-mana minion. He's still like a good minion if you want something fat in the arena. Could draw multiple cards out with the Acolyte of Pain. It takes more work though. I'm going to go with the War Golem actually. I got lots of stuff to buff this guy's hit points, but not to buff his attack. That's not very useful. We'll take the Cleric. Maybe should have taken the the Blast for finishing, but I like Northstar Clerics. Out of you guys, we're going to take the Clockwork Gnome. He's the most efficient. I'm not going to have sufficient Dragonage for the Twilight Whelp. The Shieldmaster should work out just fine. And Blood Knight can do a lot of crazy things, but I don't like he's unreliable. He's kind of a hoser. Just Enhancer Meccano, however, is amazing, even if he's more random than I would like. You know what? We're going to go another Shadow Word Death. I'm going to have all the Shadow Word Deaths. The stacking the Mind Blast would have been good, but oh well. Take a Shadow Word Pain or another fat guy. I'm going to take another fat guy. Try and go fat priest on this stuff, including Rockjaw Trog, who's excellent fatness. We're actually going to take the Mind Blast this time. Could have had a lot of Mind Blasts. It would have been scary. See, I've taken enough fat now. Even though this is better than some of the ones I have, I'm not going to go like sunk cost fallacy and take even more fatness because of that. Because the Velen's Chosen is an amazing, amazing card. Any stage of the game, just about. It's very solid. And do I go with another Mind Blast so I have more finishing power, or the Ogre Brute? I don't have as much stuff as I would like in the 3-cost range. I mean, I have a lot of 2s. I actually have a fair amount of, like, 3s and 4s. Most of my 3-cost stuff is not minions, though. It's Shadow Word Deaths, which is fine. If I can blow up all their big stuff, that is good. The Brute's really good. I think I gotta go with the Brute. I'm just not a big Mind Blast fan, even though they could be efficient for this. I'm gonna take the Darksail Healer. I might get some crazy Northshire combos going, and I do have a lot of things with a lot of hit points that'd be worth healing. Brewmaster is a good 2-drop, and he could do good stuff. Let's take the Healbot, because why not? That late game survival. And I don't think the Repair Bot's gonna help me that much. I don't have that many mechs. Handsome Mechano, the Shredder, the Healbot, those are all expensive. Spider Tank. An Annoyatron. You know what? I've got a decent number of mechs, and the Clockwork Gnome. A decent number of them, but is it really better than the Cobra? Because the Cobra is really obnoxious. Like, whenever I'm against the Cobra, I'm like, ah, really? I mean, I could even do combos with the Dragon Egg. The stuff I have to boost hit points. The Repair Bot is pretty efficient, though. As long as I just remember, if I don't have the mechs, forget about it. Just treat him as a 5/5 for 5, which is not horrible. This thing can totally pull it out, but I'm going to go with the Repair Bot. He doesn't get enough love. So let's go in there and Priestify. We're going to heal things and hopefully draw cards from healing things. We have no Holy Novas, 1 Velen's Chosen. I ended up not taking, I think, any Shadow Word Pains. Certainly I don't have more than 1, but I don't think I have any of them. I have 3 Shadow Word Death to take out big minions, and I have a lot of medium, chunky, sort of solid fighting minions. So, I mean, in general terms, the deck's pretty good, I think. But, boy, those AoEs would be nice. I'm going to pitch that, just hoping that I will draw more castable stuff for now. Oh, is that ever a much more appealing starting hand of 3 cards. Again, I have 3 Shadow Word Deaths. If I only had 1, I might be tempted to keep that in the starting hand. Although it's really hard with only 3 cards. I don't know if I would have actually kept it, but it would have been tempting. Now, I wish I had the coin with these guys, because coining out one of them and then playing the other would be fantastic. Probably what he's gonna do to me.
Drink with me, friend.
That could have been worse. In fact, that's actually awesome because I can kill it with the bluegill and come out ahead. Well, I don't know about ahead, but it took him a coin. That's just breaking even for me. And actually, because I'm going first, and that really did negate his coin, now I can take advantage of the fact that I'm dropping big-ass 3-mana minions. So I'm going to go with him first, even though I have no control over him. I mean, because I have no control over him. Whereas this guy, if he gets killed right away now, it sucks. But if I have control on my turn, and I can, like, get him killed against something or whatever, with this guy out, like, I'd be attacking with him when something else is out there to take the buff. That would be fine. Okay, you do that. I mean, this is concerning. That is exactly what I wanted to see. If this goes wrong, I can Shadow Word Death it. Otherwise, I'm fine. So we are going to just go full bore with the Ogre Brute plan, I think. I mean, I could Shrink Meister this guy, kill it without taking damage. Then I'm just, what, healing myself for 2? On the other hand, that's not so bad. That would be healing. Yeah. It uses my mana more efficiently. On the other hand, no. Next turn, I'm gonna want to like Shadow Word Death if he gets something good out of that. And otherwise, I want to Velen's Chosen. Either way, I'm gonna want my 2-mana play next turn, I think. So I am going to go with this guy, even though he's going to take the damage. Again, if he gets finished off, it should buff this guy and be okay. So what are you Alarm out? That can't attack this turn. That's a key element. That's why Alarmobot is not so great. Whatever comes out is not attacking right away. So, like, you play the Alarm Bot, it's got Summoning Sickness, not that it was going to do anything anyway. Last turn it could attack for 1 damage because it actually had a friend who buffed it, but... And he got a horrible thing to go on with it. I mean, I guess that's better than playing him. This guy's so bad that that might be a better alternative to playing his Battlecry. I thought about putting him in the... like, I contemplated putting this guy in my deck in the... Oh, Corruption, really? Curses. Seriously contemplated playing him in the Tavern Brawl where every spell you cast gives you a minion, because then my deck was going to be almost all full of spells. I could play him, and he'd be like a 3/2 that drew a spell, usually. But then, like, he's not that good. I could have just had a spell that gave me a free minion and was also a good spell, whereas he's like a bad minion that gives me a spell that... It wasn't going to be worth it for my tiny allotment of minions. To be a minion and get played in that environment, they had to be super amazingly awesome. So I'm going to see what happens when this guy randomly attacks. He's really trying with that. I'm not totally concerned about it if he's going to keep spending his time on it. I think I'm going to use this guy for that, because he's going to die anyway. No. Kind of liked him wasting his time on that thing. Oh well. Then I am going to... Felons this guy. Kill that. And heal him. That was actually pretty dumb. I should have just Shrinkmeistered that guy and done that. It would have been like the same effect, except I'd have another guy out. So, obviously, it would have been vastly better. Time did start running out, though. I talked too much on my turn. So, what happens. I'm feeling good, though, because I feel like he's trying to get out something big that I can Shadow Word Death. Otherwise, why would you keep playing this stupid... the Alarm Bot piece of crap? It's bad. Now, he hasn't taken much damage yet, so he's going to get a lot of card advantage out of his ability, and that's unfortunate. Ooh. I can do that and still do this. Okay. We are totally doing this. And then we are going to enhance the Mechano, see what we get. I got 2 guys, one of them's big. Kind of a waste of his bubble, but we're going to use it anyway, because we want to kill that thing before it unshrinks. So, that part was wasted, gave him taunt. It was mostly just a bad Enhancer Mechano. But, it's okay. It was worth a try. I've got an army, he doesn't. I'm expecting him to cast something fairly large soonish that I will then blow up, and at that point he will be morally... like, he will be very unhappy about what is about to happen there, and I'll be very ahead on stuff. So yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to play this and heal Buddy here for a card. These cards are good. Another Northshire, which I'm not going to play, in case there's a big AoE coming. There's only 1 mana. That is a pretty commanding play. And between these two, next turn I'll have 8 mana, so I can play this, and do 2 damage to something. Okay, you're Shadow Bolting him. I take it you have a plan to finish him somehow? Soulfire. Yep. It's going to cost you a lot of cards. I'm still going to get a buff on something else. Could be worse. Nice. Anti-heal bot, totally unnecessary. So I can hit him for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not lethal damage, so we're going to go for eliminating his forces, obviously. I think I will throw away the bluegill for that.
I wonder...
Oh, actually, I can draw double cards from this guy, can't I? Okay, let's see what I get.
Is someone injured?
Let's get physical!
Okay. This guy can't quite take that out. You know what? I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it be alive. No, I'm gonna play this, draw the 2 cards, and then suicide because I don't want to overdraw like a billion cards. Deck myself, or do I? Now, let's just kill that and have board control. I have way more cards than my opponent. I have twice as much life, and I have an army, and he doesn't. This is a good situation. It's better to have that board control. Okay, you you pick 2 corruptions. You either had the worst, like, arena draw ever, or you don't understand that that's not a good card. Because that's not a good card. And you're also atomically mega dead. Like, you have no idea how mega dead you are.
Let's get physical.
Shinku Hadouken! Yeah, so, a little bit of an easy outing there my first time against the Warlock who had at least 2 corruptions, and that is not a card that you want to prioritize. I'm just trying to think, how bad would the row have to be for me to choose corruption over a card? I mean, I guess if you're at like card 27, you have absolutely nothing that kills minions, particularly large ones. That's probably actually a smart choice. But under the vast majority of circumstances, you just don't want any part of that corruption. It's like, what is it? No, you're gonna take a beating. But anyway, I feel like that's a pretty good start. And you know how bad I thought the last deck was, and it got 6 wins. This one seems pretty good, so I'll be lucky if I get 3 next time. If you like this, please click the eponymous button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonet Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.